You know, I really hate to bring up anybody's misfortune at the positivity of others, but I think that is what we need to do here. Because earlier this afternoon, the Vancouver Canucks agreed to terms with goaltender Alexei Medvedev on a 3-year entry-level contract. Medvedev agreed to terms. Vancouver Canucks GM Patrick Allvin announced today that they have done this. I say done this because we've already said that phrase. Agreed to terms with Medvedev on a 3-year ELC. Alexei is an important addition to our organizational depth and goal, and his signing is a great thing for our hockey club, said Allvin. Medvedev showed us a lot at development camp and has a bright future if he continues to build on his skills and fundamentals. We look forward to monitoring his progress and helping him develop into a solid pro. Medvedev, 17, spent the 24-25 season with the London Knights, his first in the OHL. The 6'3", 178-pound goaltender appeared in 34 games, posting a record of 22-8-2 with a .279 goals against average, a .912 save percentage, and 3 shutouts, helping London capture the J. Ross Robertson Cup as OHL champions and the Memorial Cup. Medvedev's goals against average and save percentage ranked 3rd and 4th in the OHL respectively, and his 3 shutouts placed him in a tie for 3rd most in the OHL. The St. Petersburg, Russia native was named to the OHL's first all-rookie team and was awarded the Dave Pinkney Trophy, having contributed to the Knights' league-low team lowest goals against average and the Dinty Moore Trophy for having the best goals against average amongst OHL rookies. Prior to his time in the OHL, Medvedev suited up for the St. Thomas Stars of the Greater Ontario Junior Hockey League in 23-24, holding an 11-15 record with a 4 goals against average and a .904 save percentage in 28 games, as well as a record of 1-3 with a .374 goals against and a .918 save percentage in 5 postseason games. Medvedev was originally selected by the Vancouver Canucks in the 2nd round, 47th overall of the 2025 draft. Now here's the thing. We have already gone through the entire Medvedev scouting report. We have done the song and dance here. 17, 6'3", 181, smart, athletic goalie that uses his skating and explosiveness as a strength. He recognizes threats and anticipates them receiving the puck. Also tracks the puck well through traffic. We already spoke about how weird it was that Medvedev went from the GOJHL to the OHL in a year and just did so extraordinarily well in the Ontario Hockey League that you really can't go out there and discredit anything that Medvedev was able to accomplish here. This guy was a total superstar, and he was taken by the Vancouver Canucks 47th overall as a result. 2nd round draft pick here. This is not a late round type of guy. This is a player that was highly touted, and he went fairly high. But now, because he has a contract, it's a lot easier to go out there and start talking about other guys in the Canucks organization that could be on the move. If we head over to the Vancouver Canucks, you will see that they have 2 goalies under contract that are probably going to be NHL guys. You have Thatcher Demko, $5 million this year, 8.5 the 3 years after, and you have Kevin Lankinen, who is making $4.5 million a year till the end of 29-30. These 2 are going to take up 9.9% of the cap, and of course, 2 goalie spots. But if you scroll down and you take a look at the non-roster goaltenders, the Vancouver Canucks now have Alexei Medvedev, Arturs Silovs, Aku Koskenvuo, Ty Young, Yuri Patera, and Nikita Tolopilo all signed on for this season. Patera is a UFA next year, Silovs is an RFA next year. Silovs is also waiver eligible this upcoming season, so this is a player whose time in Vancouver will have to be decided soon. Do the Vancouver Canucks use him in the National Hockey League, or do they decide to trade him? Is it time for Arturs Silovs' Vancouver Canucks tenure to come to an end? And it's already been talked about. The Canucks kind of owe it to Silovs to do this personally. They got to say it, like, hey, you were really good for us last year in the playoffs. You stepped up when Demko was out. You carried our AHL team to a Calder Cup championship. You deserve a chance to be in the National Hockey League. And everybody knows that if Arturs Silovs were to be placed on waivers, the odds of him clearing are very low. There will be at least a team, like the Blue Jackets or something, that will say, hey, Latvian goaltender, he's on the rise, he's only 24 years old, this guy can help us out, let's claim him. And then the Canucks would have turned this draft pick and ultimate developed prospect into nothing. You don't want to do that if you're Vancouver. You want to maximize the value here. So for Arturs Silovs, obviously, the idea would be for him to get traded somewhere else. Medvedev will be the next prospect goalie in line to move on to bigger and better things. And you would have Ty Young and Nikita Tolopilo taking over the AHL squad as the 1-2. Because those are two names that Patrick Allvin was very high on this previous interview and off-season period. If you head over to the Abbey Canucks, you can see that Tolopilo and Young, these guys weren't really, bad. I don't think anybody was really bad, per se, in Abbotsford, except for, I guess, Yuri Patera, but Arturs Silovs, Tolopilo, Young, these guys are all pretty good. Tolopilo had one game played in the playoffs. He had a .913. Arturs Silovs, though, of course, a .931. That is outstanding. He was amazing, and I think there is so much love for Arturs Silovs from the recent Calder Cup playoff stint. But still, this is the reality that we live in now. With Medvedev signed, Arturs Silovs' job is becoming less and less secure. That is, of course, unless the Vancouver Canucks just decide to go with a triple goalie rotation the next few months into the season, which is not really what I think they want to do. So arty party, Arturs Silovs, buddy, it has been a hell of a time. From the t-shirts with the weird designs to the car sponsorships and everything else in between, Arturs Silovs provided the Vancouver Canucks with a lot of fun moments, some fun wins, a huge shutout in game number 6 against Nashville to win the series and move on to round number 2, and he still does have some improvements to make. I think those long shots will always be one of the weaker areas of Silovs' game. It was really bad in the Calgary game to open up 24-25, as well as the Game 7 performance against Edmonton. Silovs ain't perfect, but he's certainly trending in the right direction, assuming those things will be addressed longer term. Whether it's Columbus or Philadelphia with Tocchet or wherever else that needs goaltending support, obviously, if Silovs does end up moving, we will wish him the best and we will hold him in very high regard. Almost in the same way like Eddie Lack was. Or is, I guess. Actually, nah, I think Silovs is a little bit more of an underdog story. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, though, about Arturs Silovs' potential departure from the Vancouver Canucks, as well as the team signing Alexei Medvedev out of the London Knights in the OHL. Thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.